Welcome to this video looking at creating a shutdown tile on Windows 8. This is often regarded as being quite useful on machines that are not optimal Windows 8 hardware, because shutting a Windows 8 machine down in a traditional way has become slightly more cumbersome. So there's been a script released on the TechNet website which allows you to actually make this much easier. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open a PowerShell command prompt. So we're just right clicking on PowerShell and choosing to run it as administrator. So having opened up the administrative level PowerShell prompt, we're just going to go into the folder where I've downloaded the CreateWindowsTile utility, which, as I say, you can download from the TechNet website. So in order to be able to run the CreateWindowsTile script, which will then present us with some new commands, we first of all need to make sure that we can run PowerShell scripts on our system. So I'm just going to set the execution policy to unrestricted to allow any PowerShell scripts to run. So just saying yes to that prompt. So now, once the set execution policy command's completed, we can then import the module which is going to give us the new commands that we need to be able to create our Windows tile. So we're going to import -module CreateWindowsTile.psm1. So having run that script now, this will now present us with some additional commands. So if I run the get-command -module and specify the name of the module, so CreateWindowsTile, that should actually list the new commands that have been added to the system. So we can actually see that I've got commands for creating a Logoff, Restart and Shutdown tile, plus I've also got a New-OSCWindowsTile command, which again allows me to do the same as well, and it allows me to create all the tiles in one go. So we'll actually use the New-OSCWindowsTile command to actually go and create the tiles on the desktop. So just by running the command on its own, you can see that it's actually gone and created the Shutdown, the Restart and the Logoff tiles for me successfully. So if I now go back to the Windows 8 start screen, you can actually see that I now have buttons or tiles on the task screen for Logoff, Shutdown and for restarting. Obviously, if I only wanted to create one of them, I could have used the individual commands. If I highlight the objects, obviously I can choose to unpin any one of them, all of them from the start menu if I want to. And if you want to actually remove the elements completely, after you've unpinned them from the start menu, you can actually go into the file system and you can delete the start menu scripts which are actually used to run the code behind the tiles, which is a fairly straightforward process. So if we just switch over back to the desktop view and go into Explorer, if we navigate in Explorer by going into the Program Data folder, we can then actually find the folder for the new start screen, and we will actually find there are some script shortcuts in there which we can delete. So into the Microsoft folder, scroll down to go into the Windows folder, choose the start menu and then programs. Having gone into there, you will see down the bottom of the screen we actually have the objects that have been created for the restart, the shutdown and the Logoff buttons. So I can now just delete those, and that would then clean up those elements. And then I could obviously delete the source files from the machine if I wanted to, and that would then remove all of the elements for the automated creation of those icons. This process could then be fairly easily scripted so that it could be added to an automated build process within your environment if that's what you wanted to do. So thank you very much for watching this video. Look forward to my future videos.